Let's do it. Let's watch it. The most controversial VTuber group. Ooh! Uh-oh, stinky.
So, VTubers.
Uh-oh.
Yes, welcome back to the trough. I hope you aren't that malnourished.
I brought a ladle. Give me that shit. Let's feast.
I think it's been around 2 months or something since I last talked about a virtual 3D or 2D female. I say female because male VTubers are essentially, unfortunately, the support characters that have a single digit of screen time at this point, and the conclusion of their character is getting ganked off camera. Once again, you can't...
A lot of them also only do ASMR gooner bait for females. Yeah.
Name me 5 male VTubers in 10 seconds.
Vox Gooner, Quinn Benet, what's his name? Arcadia? Nox? Aethel? The orc Russian guy? I forget his name. The Russian orc. Rexon? Yeah, Rexon's one. Hero, hey. Oh yeah, Hero is technically a VTuber too. Okay, I'm getting up there. Merryweather, yeah. Okay, alright, we got it. Rev, Kuro, Joe Wall, True, Heavenly Vox, yeah, Sayu, Shoto, yeah. We got a couple, okay, we're doing okay.
Don't worry, I'm not waiting that long, I already know you can't name them. But that's not me discrediting their efforts, but compared to their female counterpart, for one reason or another, probably due to the dual-wielded howitzers most have equipped, that comes with the unfortunate side effect of a primary portion of your viewers testing the amount of friction they can generate from their cocktail sausage, whilst leveling up their one-handed skill, and probably developing some unhealthy parasocial relationship with said VTuber, only to be severely disappointed by the amount of times that one prophecy has come true. But
oh no, is this the Shondo prophecy? Translation: a lot of indie VTubers Oshis have boyfriends. Their boyfriends are reading your love confessions. Indies do not have managers unless they are actually corporate, and this are not indie at all.
That one prophecy has come true, but yeah, most of the limelight tends to be on the female VTubers most of the time. However, despite only a short time ago being freshly introduced to this form of media, and initially thinking this would be a fad that quickly died out, before delving into the honor hole of hell and involuntarily being educated in all the eldritch horrors the VTubing community had to offer,
Chat, how many of you got corrupted into being a VTuber because I was your first VTuber? Press 1 right now. Me, 1, 2, 1. That's a lot of ones. That's crazy. 2, you came way later. That's fair. That's a lot of ones, man.
Like VTubers now, even if saying it out loud, shares the same feeling as consuming arsenic. I like VTubers and how far they've come from their early conception in the late 2010s. And this medium has been used as a vehicle for so many different unique avenues. You have AI VTubers.
Can you be nice to me again? I liked it better when you were nice to me.
Well, that's a shame, because I'm not nice to you anymore.
I freaking love Neuro and Vidal streams where they're coding and interacting. It's so funny. She's so sassy.
Nobody likes you anyway.
True.
Nobody likes you at all.
In Clanker, you have a range of VTubers that express themselves in their own art style and personality.
Cool.
Whoever left the footprints behind was barefoot. Oh yeah. Prints are large and wide. Oh yeah. Perhaps indicating they were left by a man. Aww.
Your VTubers pushing the technological boundaries and are constantly evolving. And then you have whatever the f this is.
Praise.
Why does Chibi always get strays, man?
Wow, beautiful. Wow, guys. Maybe there is a purpose to life outside of jerking my penis to Judy Hop's scap. Wow. Jesus was right.
Even the French have their own VTuber now, and they play War Thunder. What a double negative. Yes, I was wrong about VTubers initially. They aren't a passing fad. they are certainly here to stay and are only going to grow as the years go on. With more personalities, capabilities, and quite possibly more
Oh my god, Picora and Death Stranding. Mind-blowing.
Controversies. As in this year alone, VTubing could not catch a break. It was one discombobulation after another. The VTubing community is going through its own Horus heresy right now in terms of events.
Worst year ever.
You had the whole Cinder situation, Gura graduating due to complications with her agency, which left her fans more upset than, I don't know, being time-bomb trolled on COD Zombies.
But we're getting so much content now! I'm so happy. Unironically, holy crap. Saba streaming, holy.
Lever had to come back shortly after, and more recently the whole implosion of the VTubing agency VShoujo. One that was previously revered for being one of the best agencies that specialised in VTubing related entertainment with a range of successful talent. But it turns out they were only a few expired NDAs away from the horrible truth of the agency being revealed.
Stealing $500,000 from sick people, man. Yeah, love that. Very cool.
From improper management and fund management, especially with money raised for charities, to treating the talent themselves quite poorly, which led to the prompt mass exodus of most of its talent and the ultimate end to VShoujo, one of the few remaining bastions of the corporate VTubing world, and is another
Why is Mythic Talent on there? They're not VTubing World Talent Agency.
Reminder that just because something looks highly functional and remarkable on the front, doesn't mean the same thing can be said from behind the scenes. As we've learned a number of times in the VTubing community alone, but this video isn't about VShoujo or a VTubing agency at all. It is more about a COD Clan-like group of VTubers that seem to have found themselves in hot water from I'm
not gonna lie, I'm going in relatively blind because it was just a bunch of people spamming and it was just an agency that popped up overnight and then imploded. Like, I kind of vaguely know that there was a lot of fighting and shit, but not like specifics.
The name of the group to the actions of the members, all of which after only formally existing for a few weeks now, and they have most certainly obtained the speedrunning world record for a number of potential career-ending controversies in such a short amount of time. But the one group I wanted to talk about today is the VTubing group VTards.
I'm a good little piggy who eats from a trough. Oink, oink, oink. I love my slop.
Now, obviously, naming your group VTards seemingly out of the gate would definitely expose you to some level of backlash.
Yeah.
I personally think the word they are insinuating here has been so overused, I'm somewhat desensitized at this point.
Oh, absolutely. I disagree. I think that I got a lot of backlash for using the word retard a long time ago. Yeah. And then I stopped giving a shit. Yeah, I'm taking the word back. I don't give a shit.
It just doesn't hold the same weight it did 10 years ago, at least in my opinion. I personally would be more offended if somebody called me a homo habilis, but the word obviously does have a history to it as well, and people do get offended when it is used. But simply just the name wasn't the only reason people's heads turned at the sight of this newly formed group. The group officially formed on July 9th, with 5 group members, and within the announcement tweet, they provide a short, basic description of their group, which was a female VTuber group currently comprised of 5 based anime girl VTubers who aren't afraid to speak their mind and go against what is deemed politically correct. Now, as I've said previously, politics is not my strong point. It's probably one of my lower stats alongside cardio, because fuck cardio, you can probably burn just as much calories weight training, and if not...
Go ride a bike, it'll change your life. I swear to God, something about riding the bike because you don't have to constantly be on the treadmill or like go on a run. It's great. Go ride a bike.
Anyway, I'm still not using the Stairmaster. But anyway, the definition of being politically correct...
Cardio's fun, man. No, it's not. You're coping. Cardio sucks, but you can make it fun, or at least not as painful. Or swim! Yeah! Yeah, swimming!
It was lost on me, but I quickly found out it basically meant to avoid being offensive in most ways. The more you know, I guess. But out of the gate, it would appear this group had the goal of being as unapologetic and honest to themselves as possible, but the reason this announcement seemed to turn a lot of heads and cause somewhat of a stir in the VTuber community, to the point where the tweet went viral, but not just because of the name of the group. It was down to some of the participants of the group and their activities. In hindsight, the first tweet was probably a warning.
What happened?
The first, probably most alarming...
No, the group name isn't a warning. Why are people overreacting? Calling yourself a VTuber retard is not the end of the world. Good lord. You're acting like they call themselves like the Stormtrooper group, or was it the Stormwaffen? I don't know, I'm not well versed in history, but you know, he's being dramatic. I mean, I know, but like people are acting like VTard is such a bad word.
Feature of the group is the
if anything, they're calling themselves idiots. Like what?
Fact that one of them is a version of Hatsune Miku that self-identifies as a member of a not-so-nice German party during the event of World War II, and I don't know if YouTube lets me say the word, but they are openly a Nazi, and I think at this point they aren't joking about this, and are doing this unironically at this.
I'm a What the fuck? That is so fucking cooked. I mean, they're not hiding it.
Point, at least to my knowledge, unless they're playing the long game of
Holy
4D chess, which is a terrible game, and their VTuber avatar is Hatsune Miku dressed in full SS gear and going by the name Nachisu Miku, and sharing most of the rhetoric that one would expect from someone identifying as a Nazi.
Listen up, you filthy
Alrighty then. I didn't expect that. I thought they were just gonna roleplay and say like, I don't know, you're my little soldiers. Let's. I don't know what do Nazi roleplayers do. I don't know. With the hard R, yeah, it sounded like it, didn't it?
Take a Q-tip for once in your goddamn life and clean your fucking ears and listen up. We gotta send.
Oh my god, they're spelling it in her chat.
All the back to Africa. Death. All you stupid n***s. I want you out of my country.
With many controversial tweets, and some are just straight up.
Holy shit! And you thought it was okay to make this? Oh my god. Cancel her, she deserves it? Well, I'm not gonna fucking watch her. What the fuck is wrong with you? Holy crap.
Posts. I don't know why, but this
that is not Hatsune Miku coded.
It reminds me of that one Black Templars meme.
Don't join the Black Templars!
Yeah, I mean, they live up to their name. Maybe they are retarded. I don't know.
Oh mein Gott! Der Codex Astartes ist ein Bunch of Bullscheiße.
She does in fact clarify later on as a Nazi she doesn't agree with killing people, but she does agree with everything else and Nazi ideology. And
what ideals do Nazis support? Social Darwinism, homophobia, ableism, and anti-Slavism. And anti-Semitism. So she's okay with everything but killing people. Ah, I see.
Clarifies she is not joking, and she also goes on to defend some of her other members, saying she is the only one that believes this line of thinking, and just because she's in a group of people does not mean they fully believe the same thing she does.
Oh, but wait, why does she specify? This doesn't mean we agree with each other on everything. So they agree with some things?
Simply due to association, and that they all believe things differently, but can...
I agree, you can be in a group, but you can disagree with something someone said, but you're unironically LARPing being a Nazi. There's a difference between having a political opinion and being an unironic Nazi.
Still somewhat coexist together, which I assume is to deter people thinking that the other members are Nazis as well, and that they don't believe exactly what she believes, which was sort of proven true a bit later on. But yeah, we got a Nazi VTuber before a VTuber that is just pure foreskin. Wouldn't have imagined it. As said before, this group got a lot of attention overnight, primarily due to the name of the group and one of them being a Nazi, but they were pushed to the forefront of discussion in the VTubing community just from their announcement tweet alone, which may have been their intention from the start, as their group has stated in the past, stating with this group they intend to push social norms, which they have seemingly succeeded with fresh out of spawn. They received both backlash and some degree of support, with an increase in viewership across most of their channels from
they got 8 times the viewership. Woo!
This, but then again, we've only talked about just one member. What about the other people a part of the group? The other members are Kami Kurai, Shirwan Kitsune Nines, and Saturn Senshi. First you have Kemi, who initially debuted on October 13th, 2023, and is a vampire cat who had some restrictions applied to their Discord account after breaking the rules.
Discord is so... Is that an N? Or is it blurred out? I can't tell. Because you're an annoying freaking narcissist, having autism isn't... You've limited... It's an R? Oh.
Which I've personally never seen before. They are seemingly the leader or the founder of VTards. And as said before, just because they're in a group with Red Miku, it doesn't mean they share the same ideology as they've stated themselves. But once again, as they warned in their first tweet announcing the group, they all mostly do the same thing. Most of them have opinions and controversial takes, with many labeling them transphobic, homophobic, and racist, and have angered one group or another, but that is essentially VTards, who are probably racist and have
Oh my god! I mean, genuinely, I don't know what people expected.
Angered one group or another, but that is essentially VTards, who are probably the most controversial VTubing group as of right now. If we were ranking them, they would probably be in Grandmaster by now, and they have most certainly achieved their goal of pushing against social norms with the amount of discourse they've caused, just in the VTubing space alone. Obviously, the only reason they are seeing so much attention...
Well, it clearly doesn't work because their viewership is still just, like, low. Of course you're gonna attract other idiots, right? There's idiots everywhere. You can find someone who agrees with you on the internet, absolutely. Who will enjoy you unironically LARPing a Nazi and saying the N-word. Like, what? Seriously, what platform do they stream on? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they ban you on Twitch and... YouTube instantly. Like, she was saying the N-word with the hard R too. Like, what the fuck?
Is due to that controversial nature.
I think they ban you on Kick for that, don't they? Am I wrong?
As a group, and without that, with the thousands of VTubers that exist, it would be hard for them to stand out individually, or even as a group. And if they intended this or not, this has put them in the spotlight as of right now, even though they've only existed for around a month, and there's a possibility it's just very successful rage bait, and they might not believe what they preach. But even with this group only existing within a short time frame, it would already see some internal fighting.
That's how you know it's not a LARP. That's what I started seeing on Twitter, was them ripping each other apart, and I realized, I was like, oh, so this isn't like a publicity stunt. They're actually like that stupid. Already? Yeah, that's what I saw. By the way, people call me a Nazi unironically like a million times a day, right? Like, I don't say this shit. What the fuck? Why am I compared to them? Why? Because I have opinions,
So as said,
apparently?
after only existing at most a week, the group already had their own infighting, which was somewhat confusing to say the least, and led some people to assume the group was already crumbling apart. The conflict
Well, they're very likely really toxic. Like, let's be realistic. Even if they're all not toxic like her, and like horrible, I'm sure they're all toxic on the inside. Like, imagine having to deal with these people.
Mainly centered around Shiro, who is a dog girl VTuber that debuted in July 18th, 2023.
Never heard of them.
Now, the thing with Shiro was she was a bit different from the rest. Though people still thought she was just as controversial as the other members, but apparently they were different in the way where they were the only one that thought the whole Red Miku thing was a little joke, a little whimsical comedy if you will, and they thought everything Red Miku was doing was satirical at best. Which you would think before joining the group you would confirm such a thing, or at least learn a bit more about the people you are in a group with beforehand. But it seems the group and some of its members may have been just slapped together with duct tape, with some members not fully knowing each other, but that's just my game theory. But Shira no longer wanted to be a part of the group after only a few days from their official debut tweet, but it doesn't end there. Because for some reason, they continue to talk about the situation when the following probably could have been handled privately.
She Streisand affected herself.
No matter the reputation of the...
Yeah, just leave, man! Look, I've been around toxic people before. Like actually horrible people. You have to just leave. They're not gonna change, man. Like in real life too. Not just like, oh, on Discord or like on the internet. You gotta leave.
Group, and all hell proceeded to break loose, even though it probably already did once again. Red Miku. But even though Shira could have left things there, said her piece and moved on, she continues by providing screenshots of Discord DMs between her and Miku, where they would seem to be having a disagreement which would start a conflict labelled on Twitter as the Red Miku versus Lolicon conflict, where they were discussing an artist that made some really weird images of Anya from Spy X Family, and that's the nicest way of saying it, and Miku had a problem with it, of which Shira disagrees with.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the perfect meme, I think. Very, very funny.
Them, and they remind them that they agree with Nazi ideology, but this is where they draw the line.
Which one's worse? I don't know. But they're just both eating each other alive. What the fuck?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why they would leak these DMs except for worrying that they would be used against them later on. But it proceeds to continue with the rest of the group siding with Miku and ultimately Shira leaving, and they uploaded an...
They actually took the side of the person that's LARPing a Nazi! You are so off your rocker, what? Oh, you like lollies? Fictional characters when you scared of a four-letter word? LARPing? Well, you're LARPing online. I'm sure this dumbass doesn't actually go outside and like say the N-word. That's why I'm using the word LARPing. She's LARPing online. I'm 100% sure this person does not go outside because this person would get fucking clocked in the face, okay? You never know. Dude, in all my years of living, I've never heard people saying like slurs outside. I don't know, man. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe she does go outside, but I kind of doubt it.
Newer version of their group art without her, and what happens next is basically high school level drama, so prepare yourself. Saturn makes a tweet basically saying they wish them the best, of which Shira responds. The leader Akami apparently was talking bad about Shira after she left, of which Akami responded by saying,
"Women fighting!
You did it first." And then Shira attaches a screenshot where Akami is talking about
she was pregnant at some point but had a miscarriage. She's turning 21 this year. Oh my god, they're doxing each other. They're revealing personal information. The Red Vocalator server, they got doxed supposedly a January 6th protester. But I don't know if that's confirmed or not. Like, come on. I don't want to spread, like, alleged or, like, misinformation or people being doxxed. Like, I don't know, man. Red Miku is a 17-year-old dude? Dude, that's a child LARPing. I don't know, man.
Her personal life, after Shira told her own fans not to do anything to the other members start to shit on her as well. And then Akami goes on to talk about how Shira talked badly about her BPD, and yeah, I'm fucking done at this point. It's basically like Chinese whispers. The fallout at this point was Shira left. People kind of laughed that the VTuber group was over, of which it wasn't. It's still running to this day, only one person left.
8 days since they posted this, and they're already breaking apart. And then follows it up saying that muting this not as a statement but for my own mental health. Please remember that behind the screen is a real person just like you. Think about that before you respond to people, which, God, the fucking irony, audacity, I don't even know. But the fact that you say this, you know, think about that before you respond to people. You know, there are real people behind the screen. You, of all people, are saying that.
People found it funny that for a group that was supposed to be so based or controversial would have their feelings hurt by someone talking about their BPD, with people expecting—
True, you opened yourself up to this, you're an idiot. What? No, like, unironically. If you're gonna call yourself hard and say, like, you're edgy and, like, ha ha ha, I call myself retarded or whatever, like, what did you expect? Also, the people that are likely into this whole Nazi LARP, they're very likely to be toxic too. Just saying.
Their tolerance to be somewhat higher. But in the current day, things have changed. Red Miku got banned off Twitter as of right now, and then just promptly made a new one. Akami was getting a lot of threats, so they protected their account, so you have to follow to see her tweets, which obviously you shouldn't do. You shouldn't fight fire with fire, especially if you disagree with these people in this group. But the group is functioning just as normal. They only lost one person. In conclusion, the forming of such a group was going to eventually—
Oh my god, they're playing Dead by Daylight! I fucking knew it! Mentally ill women love DBD!
Happen anyway, and you've also had individual VTubers on the same level in the past.
True!
VTubing—
I completely forgot about this dumb bitch. That's so funny.
—is a vehicle anyone can drive nowadays. It's probably a lot easier to be a VTuber now than it has ever been.
There's
countless artists out there that will create you a model for extortionate prices, and countless pieces of software made to now aid you in VTubing. Whereas around the start, most of this didn't exist, and thanks to this, you now have a range of VTubers that without these facts also—
There's so many VTubers now, man. It's crazy how much it popped off. Like, even in the last 3 years, I would say.
Wouldn't exist, especially in the case of indie VTubers. VTubing has evolved and got so popular to the point where, yeah, you are going to start seeing things like this, because that is relatively normal when a form of media gets so popular and easily accessible to do it yourself. And gatekeeping this medium won't help either. In regards to VTards, I may be crazy, but they are nowhere near done. I think some people are even requesting to join the group. But they are still going, and who knows, maybe they will—
I told you, man, you signal to other idiots, they're gonna want to join.
Change their reputation around.
The internet is a beautiful place and also a scary place.
The other members, I don't know about Red Miku. But yeah, that is just a small topic I wanted to talk about quickly. And if you remember this picture and the music that went along with it, you're old. Also, fuck you, SmugAlana. No matter how many times I— counter the claims, the misinformation on the femboy and fairy allegations persist. I hope you stub your toe. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say, and bye-bye.
Dude, I got a heart attack. Oh my god, my blood pressure just went up. Holy crap, you just called me out like that? You know, freak you, you're a freaking bird. Yeah, you're a bird, stupid ass. You better watch your toes. I haven't stubbed my foot in a long time. I'm actually due for one. Yeah, I unironically stubbed my toe a lot, but not recently, so I'm probably due for it to happen. You still have your feet? Yeah. Yo, thank you, Royalty. Thank you for the video. That was awesome. Also, I got educated on Nazi VTubers. Crazy.